My channel, my content. My channel, my content.
Happy Monday, guys.
Happy Monday. That it is. We're at a snowstorm outside.
Yeah. Out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere. Well, we were expecting it, but
Like-
it came. The weather.
That's what she said.
Oh, not already. We're just starting. Oh, my Lord. Welcome, everybody. Let's see. Oh, tons of people are in the chats.
Nice, nice.
Oh, my God. Look at that. Pooping snoots. Reptiles. Cool. Became a YouTube member. Awesome. I've got a few now. That's awesome.
Damn.
Pretty amazing. Look at that. He's all green. My favorite color, too. Just pops up. I love it. The usual suspects. Speaking of green, Warfels Morphs. How
What's
you
up,
doing,
Jeremy?
man? How you doing? Canadians in the house. Oh, my God. Chad. Billy got us. I don't got my Daredevil underoos on. It's my Jordans, baby. Come on. Look at that. Jordan. Daredevil underoos. Look who's here. What's up, Reggie? Hope everything's well, man. Hope you got over that little friggin' hurdle.
Last I heard, he's dealing with it good.
Awesome.
So hopefully everything else goes smoothly after that.
Yeah. Oh, Strange Creations. What's going on? How you doing? Burton. Oh, my God. Basement. What's going on? Says hello.
What's up?
Jason. The Jar family. What is going on? What is going on? Lone Life. We had 3 tornadoes today. It's all good, though.
What?
Thank God. Jason.
Damn.
3 of them. Oh, my God. It's nuts. LD, what's going on? Wise guys? Wise guys. Polymorph, there you go. Thanks for the snow forecast. Oh, man. What's this? Like software update. Like right now?
Yep. Let's do it.
No. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing a software update now. Why now? Like, anyways. Slithery, what is going on? Viking Vixen. Gotta love these Canadian winners. Yes. Ebony and Ivory, how you doing? So, like usual, of course, Mr. Caplocks. Mr. John Feely, how you doing? Saturday night, 5 days from now. Or is it 6? Oh, it's 5. I was right the first time. 5 days from now, Saturday night, I'll be with John on his live stream, cooking up some stuff, hopefully. Jason, what's going on? What's going on? 69th person, eh? Oh, Jar family had tornadoes too. Shit. Tornadoes, man. Not tornado. Tornadoes.
Damn.
Like, I can't even fathom that.
We don't get those up here.
Well, no, we actually did.
Like one time, like
No, I mean, it was just, I mean,
not
not where
here,
we are,
no.
Further south.
I think I only seen one tornado in this
Oh,
area.
sorry,
my whole life.
further north.
It was northeast.
Yeah, north, yeah.
Yeah.
But anyways, we're gonna do what we usually do. Pick stuff out of the chat. But you know what? Do you guys got 2 minutes to waste? Well, fuck, of course you do. You're here wasting it now. Okay? I don't know if you've seen this yet, but I'm gonna waste 2 minutes of your time. More than 2 minutes than I'm already wasting. So two even more wasted minutes than the 2 minutes you're wasting. Okay. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to go here. I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to pick this. Okay. Ready? I'm going to share it. Now you guys, the ball pythons, I'm sure you've heard of it. There's a Facebook group. I saw this thing. Brains of a ball python in racks. Part 1. Have you seen this?
No.
Okay, I'm going to waste 2 minutes of your life. Actually, a minute and 40. Ready? So it looks like it's a molar. You know, the picture? Actually, it looks like it's a fucking tooth. You know, but anyways, brains of a ball pythons in racks. I'm probably going to get shit for this, but hey, I don't care. I saw it on there. I'm going to talk about it. Okay. Some of the comments are really funny. Some of them are really good. 169 comments. You can go there and look, but let's look. Okay. So if I gotta close this. Okay. I'm going to see, hopefully you guys can see this. No, you can't. So I got to do this. Share my screen again to the actual video. You ready, guys? Now, here is the video. Hope you're sitting down. Okay.
It's the fun bit. So what happens to a royal's brain, or can happen to a royal's brain in a rack when it's kept in a situation with a lack of stimulation,
you know what? I don't think they can
complete darkness, little to no opportunities whatsoever, the following can occur: low adaptability to change, a reduced resiliency, a reduced cognitive ability, like in other studies, limited ability to cope with stress, and that's a big part of what's going to happen in the rest of this presentation. They have the inhibited problem solving. They have a lower cognitive ability to do that. And that's to do with the parts of the brain we're going to go over in a minute. They have increased fearfulness and are generalized of fear, and have increased likelihood of stereotypies. If they're experiencing fearful stimulus as the majority of their experiences, but nothing else in terms of problem solving, you've got brain structures that are associated with fear responses, i.e. their amygdala. They'll have more neurons firing, more neural pathways engaging, and it's like the muscles. If you go to the gym, your muscles get bigger. If you don't use it, your muscles atrophy. It's the same with the brain. You can have certain structures in the brain will get larger than others. Now, what can happen then is areas that are associated with the context of fear, or others that are to do with problem solving. The hippocampus, which if it's not being used in context of fear, because it allows them to understand the context of said fear and then decide what they're going to do about it, that can be diminished. So what can actually have happen is a skewing of ratio of the size of the structures in the brain, skewing toward a fearful, generalized fearfulness. Obviously, that example down there is from Canova. No light, no opportunities, no stimulation. That example is a pure example of just sensory deprivation.
Are you sick of having issues with your webinars, wasting tons of time on troubleshooting with attendees? If so,
yeah. And then the next one he has is ball python in racks. Like, I mean, it just, I just went.
So what's happened when it's actually been studied, when they put,
you know,
so what it means to rack.
He's got these other ones, and they all came out a day ago. You know, the ball python rack culture, misinformation, and all this stuff. You should look at it. It's just, actually, you shouldn't. But anyways, I just saw it and I was just like, what the hell? And they gave all these, and I'm reading the comments. If you go to World of Ball Pythons and check the comments, so many people are like, look at all your studies and, you know, all the things. They're for other animals, not even ball pythons. It's just ridiculous. And then you got one, it's like, well, if you keep them in racks and, you know, we're making them. So listen to this. He's got one about ball pythons in racks. And because we keep them in racks for so many years, when we sell them to people who put them in large glass enclosures with, you know, enrichment things and lights and all the other stuff, because we've deprived them and their brain, when we put them and sell them and people put them in their tanks, they're lost because they don't know, their brain can't realize that there's a light and what the light is because we've never given it a light.
You get lights when you open it up.
Or there's a branch. It doesn't know to climb because it's never had the opportunity to climb on a branch. So
that's the stupidest thing ever.
The reason why when we give these animals to people who put them in big enclosures, they don't do well is because we fuck them up in the racks.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's basically what I'm getting.
I wonder
from
where
it.
this guy went to school.
That's
That's a failed education system.
So hold on a second. So because we raise these animals, okay, and give it proper humidity, proper temps, you know, we feed it and give it proper nutrition and meals and fresh water, and we clean it and good husbandry and stuff like that, because we're depriving it of light and movement and being able to, make its own, cognical, I forget the name, the big fancy word. We're not making it let decisions of its own. So when we sell it and someone puts it in a bigger aquarium, we fucked it up, because now it's
Look at that. You got Jason Bigler with a really good comment there. Sounds like some Chris Hardwick logic. It does.
I'm like, what? Wow. But if you read some of the comments, I was like, wow, it's pretty crazy. And one person said, it's like, yeah, but what's funny is all the people that have them in these big tanks with heat and screen tops and all the, the stuff and freaking it out. Like, why is your ball python smashing his face off the glass? Why is it,
There's no glass in the wild.
Yeah, but yeah. The thing is why is it striking all the time? Because, ours are hardly striking. We went to an expo yesterday. We bought several hundred animals, and people were sitting there going like, wow, man, like they're so tame. They're not even trying to attack the deli. We took some out, people hand sanitize, and there's a few that we let, people handle. And they're like, oh my God, I can't believe they're not like striking or anything. They're calm. Yeah. But then, I don't know how many people I've had that has had a pet and called us like, how do I get it from being so angry? Or, it's always attacking, because it's stressed the fuck out. I mean, that's my synopsis. But yeah, we're fucking these animals up by giving it everything it requires, except we're not giving it enrichment. So now when they put them in these big things with improper temps and sunlights and UVB and a night light and glass all around, so it's stressed out all the time, why it's not eating, why it's having shitty sheds. It's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. I just thought I'd put that out there. Started off with a fucking bang. Hey,
Paul kills me. He's like, yeah, that's why I take my snake to Great Wolf Lodge every other weekend for their enrichment.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know what? I'm actually gonna try something. I'm gonna try to maybe get a larger enclosure. Instead of a tub, maybe go call Greg West from Cornell's World. And get a PVC enclosure. Put a few in there, and after a while, once it's old enough, of course, maybe I'll see if I can put it into Young Drivers of Canada drivers training, give it more enrichment. Really get the
put a TV in
the
there.
functions. Yeah. I mean, you know what? Like, I don't know. But yeah. We're fucking it up to people putting it in big enclosures that because they have hides that still that's I don't get it.
It seems like 2020, like since 2020, I don't even know, maybe like 5-6 years ago, opinions became facts.
I don't know.
That's what it seems like.
You know what? You do what you like with your animals. If you like, bigger enclosures and giving it enrichment and doing awesome, do it. I'm not telling you not to. I'm just upset with the fact that the majority of people that do that are calling saying, why isn't it eating? Why is it shedding? Why is it shedding improperly, or it's stuck shed? How come I can't keep the temps and the humidity up and stuff like that? I honestly thought it was just because big enclosure, freaking the little snake out that lives underground and it's nocturnal, all these lights beaming down and, to get heat and so that they can come and bask, because they want to bask. That's new to me. They want to explore, but they want to explore, right? I don't know how many ball pythons in the wild are fucking exploring. Like, what are they exploring for? They're exploring for food, because they have to in order to survive. You know what I mean?
You didn't watch Dave Coffin's video.
Correct. But someone put that on there. Hey, watch this, right? But it's just crazy because I just thought it was, like all that heat, heat and humidity rises. Heat rises. That's a fact. That's scientific fact. Not an opinion. That's fucking fact. Scientific fact. When you got a screen, right, and you're trying to keep humidity and temps in a large enclosure, because the smaller the enclosure, the easier it is to maintain temperatures. Okay. The larger, it's harder. You gotta add more heat and stuff. That's fact, common sense, fact, proof, not opinion. So when you have something larger and screen, so all the hot air goes out, you need to modify those and take the lights out.
In Germany, the government's going in a direction where they're not allowing racks anymore.
Correct.
That's horrible.
Yeah, same with Switzerland.
I would move.
Yeah. I mean,
That's
but
horrible.
the thing is, it's because these people that are coming. Yeah, I mean, I get it, but ball pythons can thrive in a larger enclosure if modifications are made, and you need a lot more. I don't really care what you do with your ball python as long as it's thriving and healthy. But the thing that drives me crazy is, I always thought that the reason why the ball pythons weren't doing well in these large enclosures because they can't keep the humidity and the heat in because it's going through the screen. It's too big and it's freaking out because all this movement around the glass enclosure. Bad sheds because they can't keep the humidity. I thought it was just the enclosure, but apparently it's us rack breeders. We fuck these animals up. Wow. I didn't know that. I honestly didn't know that it's because of us that when you take these out of a fucking stable environment that's get fed and this and changed and they breed for years. I mean, I've got 20-year-old females that are still breeding yearly. But if I take it now and give it to somebody and put it in a big enclosure, it's not going to thrive because I fucked it up for 20 years. Like, yeah. Oh, okay. Now we got the answer, guys. So when someone calls you from a show and says, hi, I got my 150, 200 gram ball python in a 6x4 by 2 foot high aquarium with 60 fucking lights and heat rocks and fucking branches and vines, say, oh, you know what? I'm sorry it's not eating. I fucked it up by having it in a rack for so many years and apologize to them. I think that's what we need to do. Oh my fucking God. Are we for real here? Oh my God. My head. It's but you got to check out some of the comments. Oh my Lord. And this is just my opinion, Wow. So what's going on? Is any
I was just looking at other weird laws in Germany. Like, that a pillow is a weapon?
Oh yeah, for pillow fighting, it's illegal.
Yeah, it's illegal.
It's illegal to pillow fight. Yeah.
You could drive naked in your car. There's a whole bunch of weird laws inside of Germany.
There's a lot of weird laws everywhere.
Everywhere, yeah, but it's crazy.
Hey, it is what it is. So you know what? I think I might have to put on my Morph Market account. Under like some of the rules or the guidelines or store policies. If you are putting in your ball python in a large enclosure with lights and everything else, I'm gonna, I guess, apologize that if it doesn't do well, I fucked the animals up because I have it in a rack for so many years, and I apologize in advance. I think that should be store policies for almost everybody in the industry. So crazy. So welcome.
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. Yeah, I know, Will. Feeding it regular. And here's the thing, I didn't really look into the studies or anything that they provided, but they provided all these different, but everyone's like, yeah, I looked at that and that's for several, that's for other species and stuff like that.
Were they even snake species?
Somewhere. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So there was a rattlesnake and stuff, but just because it's a snake, it's a different, species doesn't mean that a tree boa, they perch, they stay high. They need radiant heat panels because they get the heat and stuff from above because they don't live underground and they don't dwell. So that's why we have under belly heat, stuff like that. So where was I going? I don't know. It's just crazy. But one thing, it's like, you know, the one person said, you know, he had another thing, and I clicked on it because it's on the description, or I mean, in the one of the comments. He said, yeah, and he has a link to his YouTube or his Instagram, and he's like, yeah. So you're saying that I don't have, and he's in his room. He's like, I have animals and ball pythons. I work with those also. They're behind me and they're in racks, but mine are clear so that the animal is there. And you see how it's trying to come out is because it can see outside the tub and it wants to explore. Because if I open up my tub, the animal want to come out to explore. I got tubs that are dark, and if I open my tub, my snake will come out and explore too. It's not because it sees it, it's because it just wants to move around, and I get it. And in the wild, why they explore isn't because they're bored. It's because they're probably looking for fucking food. Ball pythons aren't down in the termite mounds and say, hey, what are you doing, Austin? Nah, fuck, you know what? You know, all these chicks, you know, we've pretty much, you know, did what we had to do with them. Let's fucking go take a tour and see what else is going on. And they just crawl out of the hole and slither through Africa, chilling out. Just, hey, man, fuck, oh, bye. Beautiful day out today, isn't it? Wow, look at the sun. Wow. Let's go see if we can find a rain puddle and get some water. You know, maybe along the way we might find a meal. Cool, let's go explore. Fuck, wait, that's wow. Enough of this, man. Let's stop because it's driving me fucking nuts. Holy Christ. You know? Oh my God. Sick. You gotta see some of these. I was just shaking my head. Wow. We fucked them up by keeping them racked so long. So now when they like, you know, they get the enrichment that they truly need, they don't know how to interact with it because their brain, they've never seen it before. So it's like, oh my God, lights. Wow, this is freaking me out. I better not eat. Better just stay right where I am because these lights are, is that a tree? I think it's a tree. I don't know. I've never seen a tree. Maybe it's not even called a tree. Maybe I should climb it. No, I better not because I don't know how, because I've never had it before. I'm just going to sit here and stress out and fucking not eat and fucking maybe die on this person. And yeah, like, I don't get it. I fucking don't get it. It's crazy. Wow. Wow. Yeah, and you know what the funny thing is? When you give them all this fucking enrichment, where are they? In the fucking hide. Yep. Yeah, there you go. How many people? I can't even count on one hand, you know, or two hands. That fucking one hand. See, it's just fucking me right up, this enrichment. You know, 10, two hands. I can't even count on my number of people. It's like, hi, yeah, is something wrong with my ball python? Why, what's going on? Yeah, it's always in its hide. Well, that's because they feel comfortable there. So, yeah, but I got this big thing. I got a jungle gym, and I got a fucking Ferris wheel that the rats spin on too. And yeah, I don't give a shit if you have a whole fucking, like, you know, 6 flags in that fucking aquarium. You know, it ain't going to do most of it. It doesn't need it, doesn't require it. It stays in its hide because that's where it feels fucking comfortable. Oh my God. Crazy. Nice, dark, safe space, predator-free, food delivery, multiple girlfriends, no attachments. Damn, being a snake, being a rack keeps snake sounds pretty good to me. It does. Oh my God. Wow. In the wild, they drink from a puddle of giraffe urine, but a climate-controlled environment with fresh food and water is bad for them. I hear you. I hear you. You know, and here's the thing too. I mean, we do minimum once a week, probably twice a week. We spot clean, and when we go through, you know, fresh water. You know, we feed every 2 weeks. Austin feeds weekly. You know, I don't know about them, you know, the big, large tanks. How the fuck do you spot clean? Or like, I mean, can you see it all? Or are they slithering around? Like, you know, when you got all the vines and all that shit all around the place, like, I mean, what do? They go in and take it and wash and sterilize everything?
They're supposed to.
And then they're going, and I mean, like, if it's that big, I mean, are you really looking and moving all the vines and plants and these big like tree branches and like I don't get it. Like, I mean, how clean is that environment that they're in? I mean, I don't know. I don't know. But anyways, so. So, next topic. Bring it on. What are we talking about, people? What are we talking about? Most people are like, fucking, I'm going to watch this guy and learn. They're overwatching.
It's sad because there's going to be new people coming in. They're like, oh my God, this guy's so right. And then they're going to wonder why this thing's not eating.
I get it. I mean, there's probably some, logic to it. But where are the facts from? Like,
I wonder what the motive behind the video was.
I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. So, I don't know. What's up, Stan? What is up?
Okay, so.
Don't dare tell them they're wrong, but they can tell us we're doing it wrong. Yeah, that's it, right? Oh, here we go. There he is. Look at this, Antoine.
I'm checking right now. Oh, what? He's got a LED light strip in there. He's got a slide, a Rubik's Cube. He's doing it right for sure.
Oh, he's got a Rubik's Cube?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because that way they can go around it and
their mental capacity.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. But the slide in the water is really cool. I think they'll get a lot of use out of that. I mean, but you should have a lifeguard there though. You might have to get a snake lifeguard.
Oh yeah, because they're going into the pool.
Just in case, right? Because they're gonna spend so much time, someone can fall off and hit their run on the slide and but you gotta be careful. But hey, they're gonna have a hell of a good time, man. So that whole video was full of coulda, maybe, but no variable facts. So trash. Yeah. Yeah. So it's crazy. Now, we got to give some shout out to these people. And these people, I'm even included in these people. Husbandry Pro, baby. Robert and the team, friggin' amazing. Got to do that. Take this one off because you guys are already here. If you don't know, I'm MC Big Boss. That's King Austin, just in case you don't know. So, let's go back to the comments and see what's going on. What are we going to talk about next? What else is cool? Can the snake bedding make them go off food and have you experience with different snake bedding? Yes. So I've done a lot. I've done paper towel way back in the day. And then I used it for my hatchlings, paper towel. I've used unprinted newspaper. I've used aspen chip. I've used cypress for all of a month and not even a month. It was like a week.
Cypress is horrible.
I fucking can't stand it.
Molds so quickly.
Other people love it. And I mean, whatever works for you. I didn't like it. And then I've used coconut now for 6 years now?
It's been
5-6 years, maybe
like
7.
Closer to 5, I think.
Yeah. I've tried it all. Now, change to ball pythons. Okay. They don't like change. They especially when females are building or they're developing follicles. When you move them, you change the bedding, you start doing a bunch of stuff to them. It throws their hormones off, and it not a good thing. Now, as far as them throwing off food, it could be a stressor, a change that stresses them out. But I mean, I've done multiple changes, and I haven't really noticed, like when I went from paper to cocoa, it wasn't like, oh fuck, let's go back to paper. All my animals aren't eating now. So it could, but I don't think that that is the main factor. Now it could be. All different ball pythons react differently. You know, some you can do this and they eat, some you do that and they eat, some you do everything you can and then some and they don't eat. So yeah. 905 says it's a bogus study. Of course, whatever the living creature is, that the environment stimulation will be more nervous than a similar animal that is exposed to that environment. Good evening, Jay. Mr. J. Let's see. Platy Daddy. So isn't Platy Daddy like lesser platinum? We just call it lesser now. And isn't Platy Daddy?
It's a different gene.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. That was
it's not around anymore. Well, it is, but like no one uses it. No one uses it.
Yeah, I'm not sure on it, so I can't speak of it. But I mean, that's Ralph Davis. You know, you saw Platy Daddy stuff, and you know, when I was looking at it, it was way out of my league. You know, but yeah. So, give me some questions. What are we talking about? So, anybody having problems with Husbandry Pro, hanging a couple of times an hour, have to close and reopen every time, or no? Are you using your phone or using your computer? Once in a while, you should reboot your and restart your computer, because I know with myself, I've got 30, 40 apps, StreamYard like this. Sometimes you just need to refresh. Every time I start, StreamYard or a live, I restart my computer and clear everything. So we've used it all day. Austin just used it. 15 minutes ago? No,
30 minutes ago.
30 minutes ago before?
Yeah, it was.
We use it all day, and there's usually 4 or 5 of us using it all day long. So it could be that. And if it keeps happening, send in a ticket. Eric, send a ticket in, and Robert and the team will definitely help you out.
Could be your Wi-Fi too, right?
Yeah, maybe.
Or the connection. I'm pretty sure he's in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. Herp Collectors. What's going on, man?
What's up, Mike?
Thanks for popping in.
So I did a little search on Platy Daddy.
Okay.
And it's just lesser with another gene called Het Daddy. That's a dominant gene, so there's no super. So I don't know why it's called Het Daddy. And it looks like a normal.
And how do you know it's het?
Doesn't make any sense.
Don't know.
That's why Platy Daddy is no longer around.
Probably.
Phone. Using this phone.
They say Het Daddy is the same as Ozzy's weirdo in his puzzle, but I'm not seeing it, or just don't want one.
If you search Het Daddy, it looks like a normal. Like,
yeah, I'm not sure.
I don't see nothing genetic at all.
Oh, he's using your phone. Reboot your phone. But I know that Alex on her phone, sometimes she'll go and take pictures with it, and for some reason she'll do it, and a couple will load, and then a couple it'll kick her out. So like today, she was getting frustrated, so I'm like, here. But she has I don't know how old her phone is. She's got to get a new phone, so she's working on that. But I just gave her my phone today so she could finish it, and it worked fine. But then again, too, I'm pretty sure could be what's that?
Oh Paul says he's gonna send his snakes to Chad for some enrichment.
No.
Hopefully he doesn't charge you.
No. He didn't do that. Oh my God. Here we go. I'm ready for CRBE. Save a zombie apocalypse. I'm coming. Cool. Hope you can make it up before that. I gotta wait all the way till September to meet you. Here we go.
Is there a disadvantage of starting to pair females around 1,000 grams? I think the disadvantage is you're going to get a clutch earlier.
What? Okay, but here's this, right? Are they building? Do you have an ultrasound, Ken?
If they're building, I don't see anything wrong. As long as they're eating well, you might get like 1 or 2 less eggs. Like instead of having a 7-egg clutch of breeding at like 1600, you'll get like a 5-egg clutch or a 6-egg clutch?
So no. So the only time, okay, so this is what we do here. We feed every 2 weeks. So we're basically, or at least I do, most of my 2020s and I think I even have some 21s in the adult room right now at 1,200 grams, 1,300 grams. We just moved up 35 from the whole back room. And the reason why we moved them to the adult room is because Austin and myself, we ultrasounded and we found the 35. So we know they're building. We also know that they're not 6 months old. They're over a year and a half, So in the wild, if a female is eating and she's over 1,000, 1,100 grams and she's building, and she's over a year or so old, they will lay in nature, because it's not like the snake. Maybe this is what he's going to say. You guys are breeding snakes too long, because in the wild, they card each other. In the wild, they weigh the female. It's like, oh, sweetheart, sorry, you're only 1,000 grams, even though you're building follicles and all. I can't touch you, babe. I got to wait till you at least 1,200 grams. So go eat some food and come back in a couple months. It don't fucking happen. If she's building follicles and she's mature enough to build the follicles,
She'll pair.
Yeah. In the wild. Okay. Snakes are going to ask how much you weigh. It's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. So if a female is eating healthy and a year, 16 months, 18 months, and she's building follicles, we pair. And that one, remember, it was 3 years old. It was 1,100 and something grams. And I bred it to that male that was 505 grams. And that person on Instagram said, look at this guy. Look how obese these fucking animals are. And I'm like, obese? So the next day, I'm like, listen, I took a picture. And yeah, when you see a 500 gram animal on a 1,300 gram or 1,200 gram animal breeding, it's like, wow, that looks fucking like, wow, they're so obese. Look at the size of that female. Wow, he's overfeeding them. And I'm like, really, moron? Here's the same animal. And I did a live. And I fucking took the male right from the pairing. Here, they're not locked now, so let me take him off. Yeah, he's obese. He's 7 months old or 6 months old, and he's 515 grams locking, producing sperm. Yeah, he's obese. And this fucking female that's 3 years old, she could even have been 4. Put her on the fucking scale, and she was like 12 or 1,300 grams. I got, 5 eggs or 6 eggs out of her? Remember, that was the Cinnamon Freeway. And didn't she just lay now?
6.
6, yeah.
And then the next year we got 7, I think, this year.
Yeah. So, okay. If they're eating and they're over a year or so, like a year, 16 months, 18 months, and they're building, that's when you pair them. So, shout out to my man, Bear. Red Onion Reptiles. He had knee fucking surgery today. It went fucking great. 6 weeks of rehab, though.
Yeah.
6 weeks of rehab. So
anything wrong with your knees sucks.
Yeah, it sucks, but he's here. He's fine.
He'll be here for the next 6 weeks.
That's awesome. Yeah. So 1,000 grams before feeding, 1,200 after feeding. So it's all perspective. Yeah, and if you keep feeding, I mean, she'll eat over the 3-4 months that she's building, So that's a good question. They may, but I know that when you have an ultrasound and we put a male in, it's like 90% they're gonna lock right away because she's in breeding mode. Her body's not, she knows what she has to do. He knows what he has to do. So I believe they would, because a lot of people, and I know they'll lock because I used to pair without an ultrasound, didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I only paired because I was told you have to pair November, December, January, February. those 4 or 5 months, and I was getting lock after lock after lock for years. Wasn't getting fucking clutches. You know why? Because I wasn't supposed to pair them until July, August, September. That's when they were building. So when she's reabsorbing is when I'm fucking pairing her like a moron. So you pair when the female's building, not because you want to, oh, I want to breed her now. Doesn't fucking work that way. Oh, you're supposed to breed in the winter over November. No, you don't do it that way. So, yeah, that's body shaming. It isn't cool. What are the causes of reabsorbing? I've had it happen. I asked Dr. Warren Booth, and they're not even sure. It could be a hormonal thing, a change, like a major change that stresses it out, and the hormones, it throws the hormones off in a female. That'll cause reabsorption.
That's some speculations, though.
What?
That's some other speculations.
Yeah,
too.
Overfeeding, underfeeding.
Feeding too big when the follicles are larger. So if you feed like medium still and they're over 25, close to 30, that can cause them to reabsorb. Maybe if the male doesn't have enough sperm
or overused.
Yep.
I mean, it happens.
Maybe even just stressing out the female, taking her out too much, playing with her while she's really like over 25 millimeters.
What's up, Michael? How you doing, man? Hope all's good. And speaking of Michael, I got to give a shout out to this Michael, MKG. And where's the other Michael? He had something good to say too. My fellow Canadian. Hold on. Blackheart. Boom. If you breed a platy to a normal, the resulting normals bred back to a platy unlocks the gene. It's actually pretty cool. So
I don't understand, man.
Well, no, if you get a visual platy, you breed it to a normal, you make more normals, and then you breed those.
But a platy's a dominant gene, so it doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, I don't know.
And they look normal too, so.
Yeah, it's crazy. I'm not sure. But thanks for the input, Mike. You know more about it than I do. So, Forge. Morph Forge. What's up, y'all? How you doing? Yeah, man, it's been a long time, man. I'm glad to see you. Mike Gustafson. If you don't have an ultrasound, what are your best clues as to whether or not your female might be building follicles? They tend to be more ferocious eaters. Ball wrapping, staying to the cool side. We should do we do a lot of videos now, and we're going to do an ultrasounding one soon, what to look for and how we do it and how we pair and stuff like that. But, you know, you'll see them. They'll have certain, traits or things that they're going to be doing. Just like when a female's gravid, she'll go to the back, stay on the warm side. We call it nesting or coiling, and they'll dig down and, push all the cocoa or the substrate to the side and to get all that heat right to the bottom. And she'll stay there and, scale separation and tenting and stuff like that. So there are signs for females building. And the thing is they build for like 2-3 months. So it's not, I never saw them build. That means you're not paying attention, because they're going to have signs. They're going to have things that they're going to do. Not for a week and you miss it, for months. And if you don't have a ultrasound in your pairing, pair the male to a female, okay, the same female once a month. So if you do it for 6 months, you're probably going to hit, 1 or 2 or even 3 locks during her cycle. But if you're going to jam, every 2 or 3 weeks, you're going to get 6-7 pairings in 3 months, 3.5 months. Well, if she's just starting to build when you've got 7 locks in her, now's the time after is when she needs the locks. And, so Serpentine, what's up? Dakota, love ultrasound vids. I'm a noob to ultrasound. Austin's video was awesome. Awesome. What else? Dun, 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 dun. There's 146 people. No questions. Maybe they're just locked in and they got the other screen open, reading, listening to the knowledge from, the other videos. You know, listening how we're mentally screwing our males and females and ball pythons because we're not giving them the enrichment. So when they get the enrichment, they're really fucked up because they don't know how to interact with the enrichment like that. Okay. Where?
Pierre says, what do you guys think about keeping venomous snakes?
Not for me, my man.
Risk over reward, man.
I don't even know who I would sell them to.
I wouldn't.
Yeah, and
you want it's a death wish, or at least
to me, I mean, I can appreciate them, man. They're some fucking beautiful animals. When I was at Snake Day in Hooten, I went into the hot room, and you know, saw fucking some incredible animals in real life. Like, wow, pretty amazing. As far as keeping them, hell no. As far as breeding them, double hell no. So, but do what you like, man, but be knowledgeable, get that
get a snake
knowledge. Yeah, well, yeah, of course, but you know, get mentored, you know what you're doing before you do it. I would hate to see, like, I don't think I could, because I just, what's that? You know, I'm 80, I'm moving around and fucking snake tags me because it's freaking out because I'm talking with my hands. I'd probably be dead already if I had a venomous or poisonous snake. So here we go. No, we don't. Now I send mine in still to the lab that I've been working with for 6 years. You know, we're not ready yet. I mean, you know, there's already been major fuck ups with it. You know, people sending in fucking visual ultramels and they're coming back not ultramel. I got a shed back. Said my ultramel's not an ultramel. How the fuck does that work? Oh, because there's a different line. Oh, and they're allelic. Oh, just like albino. Cool, I get it. You know, and I believe with the rapid test, they're only 60 or 70% accurate. I don't know. You know,
yeah, if you were to sell, that's why I'd be worried about buying a snake that was genetically tested positive for a het. If it's only 60 or 70%, you're still taking that gamble. It's still like what you used to say with the asphalt/yellow belt. You're 70% correct on guessing the asphalts, so you're pretty much wrong. Because it could be right, it could be wrong.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. Oh, are they? I know there's a gentleman named Charlie from, oh, man. Someone help me out here. There's a guy doing it properly, I guess, or I'm not, you know.
Charlie in the chocolate factory?
No, he's a breeder but he's got an Instagram because he posted something and I said, hey, do you know that there's 2 different lines? He goes, yep. And, you know, once you know what you're doing and you have the equipment, you can do it. The problem is
the method.
Do we know? Oh yeah, but I mean, like, you know, people that go out and get the equipment and that can actually extract the DNA and do what they're doing and use the gels and know what they're looking for, have some experience, you know, they you know, and they can be taught. Like, I'm sure if someone showed me how to do it after a couple months, I know the protocols and everything to do, and I could probably do it. Problem is, you know, we've just found out that, you know, people are sending in ultramels and head ultramels and they're like, no, negative. So they're selling them. Meanwhile, they are, but they're just a different line that you're not testing for. If you don't know what to look for, or you're looking for one thing, oh, it's ultramel. But if there's 5 different lines, that, you know, what happens if there's 5 different lines? Okay.
All compatible.
And they're all compatible. You're going to send in sheds and they're going to say, no, it's not, because they only have one of the 4, one of the 5. Meanwhile, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't want to talk about it because, you know, I've just sent sheds in. My sheds were the one that was used to discover piebald. I would love to make a business, but it's not as easy. Finding these new genetics isn't going to be something you can do. I mean,
It's expensive.
you know, some of these tests are $400 or $500 a test, and they're doing minimum 150 tests to make sure. There's $75K. Never mind the person's time and the equipment and the cleaning and all the tools involved. I don't know, but no, I am not. We are not. I know Will Morose from RCR. He went and got a CITES for the sheds to send down. It's the only way you can do it. But
Legally.
yeah, legally. Yeah. But the thing is, they even say, if you're not from the United States, please don't send your sheds, because it's, I don't know if I wouldn't say it's a felony, but it's illegal. So, let's see. Is it Gray Rider? Actually, Gray's Reptiles. Yeah, I think it's Gray's Reptiles. I'll tell you right now. I'm almost positive that's the name. Let me just look, because I messaged. So if I go here and I go Gray Rider Reptiles, that's it. Charlie. So there's another person doing it, and so it's you know, it's capable, but I mean, you know, I mean, people think they're gonna find these new genes like this. It's I do not know. So good beginner project to get into when starting out. I would say anything recessive.
Probably clown.
But I mean, budget, time, you know, what you want, what you like. You know, I don't like to say, hey guys, you know, go buy this and breed this and make that. And you're like, fuck, like, these are ugly as fuck. I don't like them. You should be breeding what you like, what you enjoy, what you want. And you know, budget's a big thing. You know, some people think, oh, I can just do this. It's like, you're not doing it right. You know, to do it right and to be smart and do it where you're going to have, you know, the odds and be able to create stuff and have enough to hold back as well as enough to sell. You know, you got to have more than a 1-to-1, you know, 1-to-2, like 1-to-3, 1-to-4 minimum. So good evening, Lindsay. Let's see. So Dakota says, I tested for yellow belly, came back negative, but now I'm scratching my head. Guess I'll have to prove or disprove. Yeah, I mean, I know that it's out there, but I like I said, I don't know beyond the genetics. Just, hey, we can test for this, and this. Great. Oh, there's, you know, when you're sending in visual ultramel stuff and it's coming back negative, you know, oh, there's a second allelic line. Cool. Well, how many other people got negatives back that, you know? You falling asleep?
Yeah, man. From the expo yesterday, I'm still tired.
I'm still tired. You know what I did last night after the expo?
Fall asleep?
No, I fell asleep.
I was here till like 12 after.
Yeah, but I went to Patreon and we did a live from 9 o'clock till 11 p.m., baby. That's why Chad says, you know, when I was asking about questions, he's like, I'm a lot of questions. I asked them all last night on my Q&A. So Jeremy says, I got the asphalt test done, and right before I got my results, they had taken them off the board due to issues. So I don't know what to believe in their findings.
Yep.
Don't know.
That's why when you're buying these snakes, they're genetically tested. You should ask before if it's 100% het and where from, what the parents were. Best way to tell it's an asphalt is from a super asphalt pairing.
Yeah, but then, I mean, if it's asphalt / yellow belly from a freeway, you'd like to know. And
yeah,
the genetic testing is supposed to. I think this genetic testing stuff.
I think it's gonna.
We're way too early.
Yeah.
We're way too early, and
be cautious. Be cautious.
There's going to be a lot of mistakes. There's already been mistakes. There's already been mistakes made. I'm just saying that. So I don't know.
I already see on a lot of the big breeders on their There's Morph Market proved het pied through genetic testing, and I'm just shaking my head.
Well, I just hope it works, right? Because, you know, but I mean,
Some of those snakes I see no markers for het pied whatsoever. So
don't know. Don't know. So, oh, there you go, Ken. Talked to him yesterday about it. Charlie's a good dude. Yeah, I just saw him. I just saw something, and I wanted to make a, you know, just to let him know, like, hey, I'm going to start doing genetic testing. I'm like, oh, cool, man. Just wanted to let him know. And he's like, yeah, we already know. And there's also 2 albino lines. I'm like, cool. So, I mean, obviously he's doing his due diligence and stuff, but, you know.
got a question over here.
Okay, before a question, have a little bit of. I found new jeans at the store earlier, like racks and racks of them.
Whoa.
Ghost has them. I love it. Charlie. Oh, no, that's not wrong one. That's Roseanne. Rihanna's. I'm thinking of Reagan and Renee. So as soon as I saw, yeah. So my bad. Are you breeding your boas this year? So basically what I did is a lot of changes around here, a lot of stuff. I want to focus on a lot of things. Instead of going out, I'm trying to find certain males to breed for certain projects. The ones I want, I can't get. And so basically what I've done is I have a very good friend of mine that has probably the best, if not second best boa collection in Canada. And we're going to do some breeding loan. And so he's got them, and he's going to, you know, figure out what to do and go from there. So that's what I'm doing right now. And yeah, let's see. Dreamsicle project, in my opinion. I don't know what that was great. I like the Dreamsicle stuff. Can't wait to see what other stuff's coming out.
And she looks cool in it.
Oh, Enchi, Leopard Enchi, Confusion, a combination. Let's see. You definitely need yellow belly, you know, OD, yellow belly, even pastel, Enchi, Dreamsicles. So much nice stuff. It says, if you're getting into breeding for the money, you'll be disappointed. It's all about the genetics and possibilities. Yeah, no. I mean,
a lot of people getting in for the money and making great money. So
if you're getting in just for the money and you don't enjoy it,
maybe then.
Yeah, I mean, you can't do what we do without enjoying it. You know, how many of you guys are down there, you know, 10, 20, 30 hours a week, doing your rats, doing your snakes, learning genetics, keep learning, cleaning the poop, feeding, spot cleaning, doing this, ultrasounding, pairing, on the phone, looking, you know, talking to customers, posting pictures, Instagram, Morph Market. You know, it's a lot of work. And if you don't enjoy it, yeah, it's, you know, you got to enjoy it. But if you do it right, you know, I know many people, 2-3 years, they're doing this full time, but they've spent $500,000 plus. So, you know, it's how you look at it and what you do. But, you know, because I'll tell you, if somebody says, hey, Billy, I got $500,000, I want to learn how to breed, and I'll do everything you say, and blah, 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 and I'm going to do it to the book, and I'm going to continue to learn, and I'm not even going to like these animals, but I'll do it. Within 3 years, I'll turn that $500,000 into $2 million, if not more, for fun. So, you know, that's what people, you can't make money in this business. Oh my God. Like, not the way most people are doing it. And that's one thing on my Patreon, and I'm going to need your help with you too, is, you know, you see people selling their collection. They got 200 fucking animals. And I'm like, 200 animals? What do they got? Okay, where the fuck are these recessives? Like, don't even have fucking pieds or clowns. And I'm like, what the fuck? And, you know, they're getting into the project. They're getting into it. And they've got like breeder double hets, males. Holy fuck, you're doing it wrong.
The double visual doesn't even cost too much either.
Yeah. And I'm sitting there going, well, fuck, if you got 200 animals with hatchlings and grow ups and whole, you know, here's your expense. You know, if you're spending $3 on an average, you know, US per rodent times 200. You know, let's do 200. $2 a rodent, from smalls to big. I don't know, but say that, you know, you got 200 animals, you feed weekly. It's $400 a week. It's $1,200 a month. $1,600 a month. $1,600 a month. Times that over a year. You know, that's like fucking what? $19,000, 19,200, 19,200 just for your fucking food. Never mind the racks you need, the space, your time, the bedding, the deli cups, you know, paper towel, all that other stuff. Wow, man, that's, you know, and then you look at the clutches and it's like, that won't even make a $2,000 clutch if he's lucky. What the fuck are people doing? You know, but I got a lot of cool stuff coming to Patreon. Like, I'm going to rip apart things and say, look, this is what this person's cost is. This is what they can possibly make. Like, you know, but if you did this and this and this, holy shit, it's 5 times the amount. Yeah, doing the exact same thing. So, you know, I hate when people say, oh, there's no money in ball pythons. Fuck, you know. Okay. Sure.
Not the way you're doing it.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's like, you know. And another thing too, people want to make instant money. You know, no, you know, 2, 3, 4 years, 5 years. If you're not doubling and tripling your money in 3 to 5 years, you're not doing it right.
Yeah, you have to hold stuff back.
Got to add stuff, you know.
Yeah. New genetics, upgrade your males.
Cotton Dalton, should new people chase new morphs or go after the older morphs?
This is
new people and fucking people like me have been doing it for 20 years. I'm not chasing the new fucking morphs.
It depends how you're set up, really.
Yeah. Now I don't, because there's so much, you know, I want to be focused. I did my chasing back in the day, and it really took, you know, when you're chasing stuff, you're not working and concentrating on the main stuff. And, you know, there's so much shit to do in the projects I'm in. I can't even fucking come close to making with the shit I have. Never mind starting all these new fucking genes. Like, no. So the answer is no for me. And I would, you know, I don't know how many message you. Look, I'm sleeping. Love it.
I'm falling asleep. I need to go like splash some cold water in my face.
Yeah, you do that.
I'll be right back.
We got another hour. Come on.
Jeez.
But I get, you know, hi, have you heard of the gene, you know, Slatida? I'm like, no. How about, you know, Rotundida? Like, no. Have you heard of Vicana? No. And this, and no. It's like, fuck. Well, I can't find any information on Google. Well, fuck. If I'm fucking looking for a fucking new gene and I can't find information on Google and it's not on Morph Market, stay the fuck away from it. Like, wow, it's crazy. Like, never heard of it. You haven't heard of it? No, I haven't heard of it. What about this one? I'm like, where the fuck are you finding these names for these genes? Like, you know, on a Facebook thread? Fuck, like, it drives me nuts. No, I haven't heard of any of those fucking genes, you know? So, what's up, Zach? What? So all these normals I'm buying ain't gonna make me money? Now you tell me. Crazy. Yeah, I actually had a monster drink earlier. I got a pipeline still in the fridge. I was debating on having it, but like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just scrolling through. Hey, Mariah, fellow Canadian. Yeah, you gotta, you know, you got to enjoy it. You really do. You know, I've been doing this for 20 plus years. And for the first 10, I lost money. I lost animals. I fucking, you know, I got screwed over. I'm still fucking here. And it's because of the passion I've had for these animals. I didn't want to let go. I got fucking ADHD and God knows everything else. I should have just said, fuck it, like, and bailed, but I didn't. So, oh, Billy's only in it for the money. Yeah, that's all he does. Yeah, well, that's why I keep spending more and more on stuff for the animals to give them better, and do things and spend money on stupid stuff that, a ventilation system that I've never had, but let's spend $7 grand, on 2 rooms to get a ventilation system just to bring in new fresh air. Never had to the other 20 years, but let's do it anyways. And yeah, for the first 10 years where I kept losing animals and money and, I was ripped off and belittled and it got taken advantage of and lied to and, failed at breeding because I was doing it wrong, because I was listening to what was out there, because there was no Patreons or lives or YouTube or, there's no social media where you could reach out and have people. I stuck around. Why? After, because I love it. And if you think otherwise, good for you, awesome. But nothing wrong with making money and enjoying what you do. I've worked hard for it. I love what I do and I'm good at what I do. And guess what? I'm going to even get better. So that's that. So can I ask, what is a dinker? I really don't see a difference. Okay. So a dinker is basically a project. Go ahead, take it away.
So a dinker is it's a project. You're trying to prove out a new gene, make sure it's genetic, like you're seeing something different.
You're seeing something that's not ordinary. And it's like, we're going to make this a dinker project. So we're going to try to, breed it to some other stuff, see the changes in patterns, colors, and then finding out if it's genetic, if it's a dominant, incomplete dominant, or if it's a recessive.
That's a stupid question.
What's that?
Do you feel Ultramel is a poor man's monarch? Definitely not. If you guys look at monarch combos as adults, they don't even come close to Ultramel combos.
Yeah, it's preference, right? Like I saw the other day an Enchi monarch. I couldn't even tell it was fucking monarch.
Yeah, they like the monarchs. They don't have, so Ultramel's orange and yellow tones, and you have purples in there. But the monarchs is orange and yellows, and they kind of start off purple, but they brown out as adults. And like a lot of ball pythons brown out as adults, so that's.
Yeah, I mean,
we like to stay away from the brown ball pythons because
it's preference, right? Like, and like I said, there's going to be stuff that Monarch makes in combos that Ultramel can't even come close to.
We just haven't seen them yet.
And vice versa. It's like freeway and highway.
So the reason why that Monarch costs more is because it's a newer gene. Ultramel's been around for a lot longer, but Ultramel has still been very untouched. Not a lot has been done with it.
Yeah, but you know what's funny? Spot nose and red stripe, they've been around for fucking ever. You couldn't, and chocolate, you couldn't give that shit away.
Redhead.
You couldn't give any of that shit away. Now it's fucking 10 times the price. So don't talk to me about Ultramel and Monarch. Come on, please. Please.
And like some genes, like I believe red stripe doesn't do much. A lot of people see those spot nose, yellow belly, red stripe clowns. Go search up a spot nose, yellow belly clown without the red stripe. It almost looks identical. So a lot of people are being sold on red stripe. Makes it so much nicer. Brings all these colors in. And
then half the people message us. How many people have messaged? Hey, is there red stripe in this? Maybe. I don't fucking know.
We don't work with it.
I don't work with it. So I have a little bit of it, but it's doing other things. But I don't even know, And that's the thing. If you're investing in a gene, you want to know about, if you're able to ID it. Because we already have such a fucking hard time now IDing stuff that we're making. Now you're throwing other stuff that's even harder to ID into the mix. It's going to be tough.
Like I don't know, a couple of years ago, I was saying it already, red stripe and clown doesn't do much. And then they're like, oh, the super red stripe stuff. I still haven't seen none of them that do look crazy. So
is there, I wouldn't mind seeing a super red stripe clown.
I've seen a few and they're just, I'll pull one up for you.
Yeah.
It's not what people are saying they're going to be. So.
So here, red stripe, isn't that what makes the Pompeii that nice?
No.
Right?
Yeah, so if you guys...
It's the yellow belly with the spot nose. And I'm sure it adds a little bit of, but I think you can do stuff like that with like Blade. Blade adds a little bit of color and blushing. But I mean, I don't know. But I have seen some nice red stripe combos, you know.
It's a super red stripe Batman. It almost looks like a normal Batman.
I wouldn't be able to tell.
Yeah, I can't even tell if that's a super red stripe. And unbelievable. That's what the person's trying to say it is. You already know who that is, but it's just how they're selling their making their money, right? The marketing is very well. Yeah, that's crazy. But if you guys look at a Pompeii without red stripe and the Pompeii with red stripe, I rather go for the one without red stripe. It has more colors.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't noticed. You have more time on your hands, man. Paul. I only like red stripe. Only red stripe I like comes in a bottle. Jamaican beer. Yeah. Thanks, Dakota. Look at that. Helping us promote. Actually, thinking of that, I'll help you. Bam, look at that. Hit that like button. Please subscribe. Yeah. Change this up. Let's give some love to, you know, go for Coco. Bam. So yeah, let's shoot the shit about some other stuff. What's going on? Anything? Okay, so here's Aaron Burkett. I have a new Codom Morph. What would you recommend to do before I bring it to market?
Find out what it works good with. Find out what it's a lilac with anything, and put in some recessives. If it does good in clown, good in pied, good in ultramol or lavender or desert ghost, pretty sure that it could be big. But if it doesn't express too well in those, chances are it won't really do much.
I don't think so.
No, Spot Nose is really good in clown. Spot Nose and Yellow Belly together. Once again, you guys search up Spot Nose Yellow Belly Clown, and they look insane. And yes, have you seen the Cypress Red Stripe? I've seen Cypress Red Stripe. It's nice, but
so ebony and ivory reptiles. I like Hurricane. I think Hurricane's gonna take its own little course. Super Hurricane stuff. You know, I've got actually a split pairing with Nasty Morphs. I have a pastel banana Hurricane clown, and that's going to a Hurricane Yellow Belly clown, I believe. So Hurricane stuff, Spot Nose stuff, they're both going to do their own thing. And I still think Spot Nose and Clown's still untouched, man. Like, you know, there's so much to do with it and so many combos. So very, very similar. A lot of people say it's the same. You know, I have Hurricane and Trick. I don't have any Blitz. I'm breeding my Hurricane to my Trick. And if I get supers, I'm just going to call it Hurricane because I like Hurricane and Super Hurricane better. Okay, ready? I got a banner for this, brother. Bam! But he's sleeping somewhere. Yeah, he's in his little cave sleeping.
I was him right now. I'm joking.
Yeah, I bet you do.
Oh, no, I could definitely use some Z's right now.
So, yeah. So there you go.
Yep, I wouldn't be surprised if they were. Genetic testing is going to prove that out, so we'll see.
Hurricane Yellow Belly Clown.
It's a good clown.
What did
combo.
that's what I said, didn't I? I'm pretty sure. Did I? I think I said that. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Hurricane Yellow Belly Clown to my pastel banana Hurricane Clown. So we are gonna have some
Hayabusa
really
clowns.
friggin' awesome looking animals, you know. So lace clown combos are fire. Yep.
Pretty cool. It's like a Codom DG.
So it should default to the first name, which is Trick.
I like Hurricane.
I like
better.
Hurricane better. I mean,
Sounds nicer.
it is. I mean, so yeah, I don't know about the Trick. I think the Trick was Greg Liaison, or I think it was Greg Liaison. Was the first person to have Trick, I believe, and then Hans had the Hurricane in Europe. Thank you, Dwight.
Will says static, acid, and confusion all came from the same clutch. So it'd be the same gene as well then.
Yeah, I mean, I see differences though between them.
Yeah, I do too sometimes, but no, it could just be polymorphism. I heard all three have really bad feeding responses.
Rebecca V. You know who that is?
Evie? Oh, I thought you meant,
Yeah.
I thought you meant Rebecca. I'm like, I don't know Rebecca.
No, oh no, sorry.
I couldn't see the little
Evie. Yeah,
the Evie
I was
there.
I was pointing. So I have my mouse.
I'm like,
Evie.
Rebecca, I don't know.
Yeah,
Rebecca.
I'm like, look at that second. No,
personally.
sorry, that's why I'm rubbing my little mouth.
Oh,
not
you're rubbing
rub-
your little mouse?
I'm not rubbing my little.
You're rubbing your
mouth.
pinky.
Hey man, it's bigger now. It's a fuzzy.
Oh, shit.
Shit. I'm
Chad
moving.
Chad would love to rub.
Yeah, I'm moving my mouse over Evie. But
Oh,
yeah,
even.
I'm
Not
shutting
even
up right
sound
now.
wrong.
I'm shutting right up. Jesus, man. Oh my God.
Getting Chad too excited right now.
Gee whiz. Oh my God. There's Antoine, DME. The best trick blitz clown you can find. I will hurricane to smoke it. I will find a hurricane to smoke it.
I don't know. I've seen some blitz that look insane. I think,
It's, I don't know.
yeah.
So why the F do we still have banana and coral glow?
Ask Justin.
I don't do coral glow at all.
It's all banana to me.
Yeah, it's all banana. You know,
I heard they came from the same thing too. So
don't know. You know, so
I think it's just people taking advantage of the market and trying to market stuff as a new gene.
yep. So here's one. So it depends. So I've done it in the past where, you know, I've taken, you know, because, you know, one thing you do in a breeding loan is, you know, the male stays with the breeder. You send females to the breeder. Just because, you know, you really got to work and trust the person that you breed with. You know, the reason why the male stays with you is because if someone sends, you know, a female to you, or if you know, you only can breed that one female, someone sends you their male, you can say, oh, I'm going to put it to these two and split it with you. Meanwhile, you put it to 10, you know? So, even if you're sending a female, you got to trust the person you're sending it to, because there's a lot of crap that's been going on, and people, you know, not giving back the females and keeping the clutch, or the clutch didn't happen. Well, guess what? We have ultrasounds. So here it is. Here's a month later. And with Husbandry Pro, which is great, everybody that I do a breeding loan with, when I pair it, when I feed it, when it locks, they get an instant notification as soon as I hit submit after I scan it. You know, tell me a fucking spreadsheet or any other fucking software that can do that. Hell, if, you know, I can even do that now. If you know, if you buy an animal from me, I can type your email under that animal, and everything I do with that animal, you'll get a notification. And I don't do nothing. All I do is do what I do anyways. Boom, bing, bong. It's incredible. So, but with the splitting, so it depends. Like if I have a $20,000 male and it's going to your $3,000 female that I don't have, I'm not giving you 50-50. That's how it was, right? Now, when Austin and I, Chris Ward and I, Nashty and I, we do the same thing. We breed, I own this, you own that. We breed 50-50. Now with, like Chris, because we've never had an animal joint together, have we? No. So Nick and Chris from the Reptile Ward, we've done that a few times where we've bought an animal. Okay. So we own 50% each of the male. So it's not my male. It's not their male. It's our male. When I breed that to my females, I get 75% of the clutch. They get 25 because I own basically 50%, half, and the full animal. Do the numbers, it's 75%. When we breed the male, that's ours, to their females, they get 75%. I get 25% of the clutch. That's how we do it. So, and it works great, And, you can't always be the one winning. Like, even if you get first pick, wow. Some clutches you're going to do well and it's evenly split, or, sometimes it's like, I did that back in the day. I gave Austin, I'm like, dude, I don't even have one of these, but I've been doing well on the other clutches. Take the leopard hypo. It was a leopard hypo clown, right? Male?
Yeah.
Yeah, you take it. And, that way, it sort of evens it out a little, because I've been doing really well on the other clutches. You were doing okay. This one will sort of fucking put you over the top. You got to work with people. I'm not sitting there, but I can take it. It's mine. And it was mine. I had first pick, right? I could have taken it, right? But why not give? It's not always good to take. And guess what? He still has it right now, breeding size. If I want, I can say, hey, let's breed it to some of my stuff and split it. So I still have access to the animal, even though I gave, you know what I mean? It's just, you got to work with people and be comfortable with them and trust them. And that's it. Anything else going on here in the chats? This one? Juan Tello. Switched over from clutch to Husbandry Pro. Best decision I've ever made. Cheaper with a lot more features. Yeah, I mean,
don't they do the same thing? Like clutch, what clutch does, we have on Husbandry Pro, and then there's like everything else we have on Husbandry Pro.
Yeah.
So yeah, mix. And
I mean, like, I don't know where they want to develop it or where they're going. I don't know, but I love Husbandry Pro. Like, even without using the incubator feature, I could throw the incubator feature and throw it out the fucking window and never use it and still be happier than pig and shit, because what I use Husbandry Pro for, wow, it's everything. You name it. It's got me, I save thousands of dollars a month. A year, by just not having somebody go do things over and over and look at a spreadsheet and share it. Everything's in one. And, once we actually have automated, like, from Husbandry Pro, you can just buy animals and then use Stripe and PayPal and pay for it, and we ship it out. Man, like, nothing. The Morph market doesn't even do that. You can't buy animals directly right from their site. You have to contact. We have that. There's so much coming. But wait till you guys get free websites, when you can actually go and have a website designer and like Wix, build your own website. It's hosted for free on Husbandry Pro. Like, it's, man, so much is coming. There's so much awesome stuff. But like, even the stuff with clutch, what they're doing, they can copy us, we can copy them, but just would make it better or different. It's good to have competition, we're all competing against each other in snakes because we breed the same snakes, and it's healthy, so
it helps you progress faster for sure.
But like, even Morph Market now is trying to get into the husbandry and breedings and awesome. We have, 12,000 users. It's awesome. It keeps getting better. Anybody that uses it, when you've seen, like, every month it develops into something bigger and better. And it's
every week almost.
It's an app built by the community using it. And guess what? It's not just for ball pythons. So I don't know what clutch costs. I think it's $26.
I have no idea.
So if it's $26 US, it's just for ball pythons. and it's just for your incubator and some other stuff, right? Wow. I mean, what happens if you have 5 other animals and species and this and that? You know, I don't know if you can customize it, but I can change anything, the way it looks, the color. I can change where the menus are. I can take stuff on and off the menu. I don't know how user-friendly it is, but, you know, I'm glad you switched, and I'm glad you like it, because I would hate for you to switch and go, fuck, Husbandry Pro sucks just as much. Like, I don't want that. But, you know, I'm enjoying it. I'm glad to be a part of it. You know, my partner, Robert, and the team, phenomenal from day one. And, you know, thanks, Morph. Forge, even at our small level, it's irreplaceable. I agree, man. Like, I don't know how I did shit before. What did we have to do the other day? We had to ID some stuff. What did I have to do?
Oh, we had to go back and forth. It was
In what?
Spreadsheets.
In spreadsheets. I had to go back. I'm like, what the fuck was this pairing? And fucking going, is it 2000 this? I'm fucking hunting and pain in the ass. Husbandry Pro, I just type in the first 5 letters and it gives me everything and I can search. So, you know, spreadsheets are still fucking haunting me.
It's $29 a month.
It's $29 a month.
Yeah.
Canadian or US?
US.
US. Yeah.
Like 36,
So
37 Canadian.
our highest tier is 39.
So yeah. But there's
Our highest for everything, like a
Yeah.
store, website, transfer animals, free Husbandry Pro. I mean, no, free Husbandry Pro. You're paying for Husbandry Pro. What do you call it? You know, the breeder, the transfer of animals.
And look, they have genetic tests on here. If they're not 100%, I think that feature is kind of.
Yeah, but guess what? When there's a reputable company that's out there, I can do the same thing.
Exactly.
Like, you think there's only going to be one fucking genetic testing company? Like, come on, guys, come on. You know?
And the one that you're using right now is 100%. So.
Yeah, but the thing is, but that's only going to be for Canada, you know? But I mean, hey guys, you know, do you want to go to Husbandry Pro and do that? We can do the same thing down the road when we're ready. I think it's way too early for all this genetic testing shit.
Oh, I do too.
You know? What's that?
As much shit as I talk on DG, I take an enhancer all day and twice on MC Mondays. Yeah, enhancers.
But you can't shit on DG, man. DG's phenomenal.
It's nice. It's just.
It's like, you know, it's like Monarch and Ultramel.
Yeah.
Enhancer, you know, the thing is, it's compatible. Enhancer, I just love that color. Just like I love, that's why I gear more towards the Ultramel. I love the softer colors, the brightness, the tones, you know. So, you know, I got both, man. I mean, I'm going to work fucking both of them to you know, as much as I can, because I love them.
I just hate that people are calling enhancers DGs to make their DGs look nicer.
What's up, Paul? Yeah, I mean,
like a lot of the stuff that you're seeing, these triple recessive stuff, they're actually enhancers, and they're just marketing them as DGs. So,
is what it is. Oh man, Jeremy and Holly, thanks for the memories. HP, we've been using it for almost 2 years and still learning.
yeah,
Yep,
it's amazing. Like, I switched over.
Finally.
Yeah, and it's my pairings have been easier to make. I'm on time with pairing now. No more writing stuff down.
What's up, Matt? How you doing?
Oh, the scanning feature is really good too.
Yeah, and now the genetic calculator right on.
Yeah,
And you can just type in, you know, you don't even have to type in the genetics. You just type in, you know, your animal. So if I have a clown pied, you know, instead of going clown pied, pastel, yellow belly, leopard, fucking, you know, all I do is go in and put in clown pied, and it brings every clown pied in my collection. And then I just choose it, and it automatically pops the fucking genetics in. It's phenomenal. And I don't even have to type it in when you do a breeding plan. When you do a breeding plan, you just type in the male, type in the female, hit the genetic calculator, and it gives you, you don't have to type in the genetics because it knows the genetics from the 2 animals. It's phenomenal. You know, it's amazing. It's been over 2 years now.
Damn.
You know, I'm so excited. Love it. Turcots, serpents. Wish we had switched to HP a lot sooner. Well, I'm glad you finally got on it because, you know, it's been a while. Bomb City Balls. Kenny, I requested a new feature on HP and 2 days later received a message from Robert, said that he's working on it. Where else can you get that? Yeah, I mean, you know, I've requested some stuff too, And it's like, you know, the way Robert does it, like, don't forget, I'm a partner, you know, I'm a part owner. And, you know, when Robert first messaged me and we talked, he's like, hey, you know what? This is what I want. This is what we're going to do. You have no voting rights. But he says, I will want to pick your brain about stuff and talk, but I get the final say. And I'm like, I'm good with it, you know? Plus half the stuff that you're doing, I have no idea. You're an expert at that. I'm an expert. Well, I think I'm an expert at breeding snakes and doing what I do, and I want to get better at it. So I want to continue putting my effort into things I love and know, and you do your thing. And, you know, if you want to bounce things off, do it. I've called him up and says, hey, you know, it'd be great this. And he'll sit there and go, okay, explain to me the process. I want to understand, like, you know. So he'll say, you know, so I'm like, oh, well, if you do this and this and this and this. And he goes, why do you do that? Oh, because of this. And he's like, okay, yeah, I understand that. How many other people, Billy, do you think are going to do that out of every, you know, out of, say, 5,000 users? Yeah, probably maybe 50 to 100. He's like, yeah, so maybe we'll do that down the road, but there's so many other things that are more important than your little thing that maybe 50 or 100 people may use. So he's methodical, and it's done that way. You know, it's not like, oh, Billy wants something done, do it. And, you know, I'm waiting on stuff still because you guys have put so much amazing stuff ahead of the one I wanted. So I keep getting pushed back down the queue. So some of my stuff I request, I may never have done because, you know, but the app's getting better for everybody. New people are using it in different ways, different species. This isn't ball pythons, man. It's anything. You have ball pythons, you have lizards, you have other types of snakes, other types of lizards, you have frogs, you have spiders. You can use Husbandry Pro to track them all, even the breeding, and it's all kept separate. Phenomenal. Track your feedings. You know, it's nuts, you know. And I love these people with, you know, the way we're tracking things, you know. No, I'll just use my pen and paper and stuff. Yeah, I get it. You're comfortable. But I mean, the stuff that I'm doing and what it saves me, and, you know, within seconds, I can go back to everything I produce, tell you where it's from, where it is. It's just incredible. So, Celtic Balls, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Let's see what else is going on. Got half an hour. Just reading the chats. Oh, look at this, man. 3 weeks from my pastel blade blade double het DG clown clutch to hatch. Awesome. Awesome stuff. What's up, Luke? Luke says, Stan, what's up, brother? Who's this guy? King Austin says, Anton, when you mix.
He said he mixes Desert Ghosts and Enhancers together, gets the best of both worlds, but.
No, it actually looks.
It looks different than both of them.
It does. So all three look different. A DG and a DG enhancer, and then you get the hybrid. It's in between.
But it does make the colors a little bit more brighter than DGs, but not as bright as the enhancers are.
Yeah. I mean, you can. I mean, I know some people are doing it. I mean, you know, there's people that have, you know, certain genes that are, you know, they call DG, but it's all enhancer, not even DG in it. Yeah. It is what it is, man. People can do what they want with their snakes. I want to keep them separate. You know, people were telling me in the past, like, oh, you know, freeway's the same as fucking, you know, highway. I see the fucking difference. And even when they grow up and stuff and the colors and the supers, and I'm like, okay, I'm either crazy or there's a visual fucking difference. Guess what? There's a visual fucking difference. So that's what I'm going on. You know, I do me, you do you. That's that. But we can all sit here and fucking have amazing chats and talk and info and laugh and, you know, do everything, even if we don't agree. It's that easy. You know, if you don't like Ultramel and you like Monarch, I don't really give a shit. Good for you, man. Like, you know, take that Ultramel, pop it to the moon. I mean, the Monarch, pop it to the moon, man. Make some crazy ass shit.
As long as you're happy with what you're doing, right?
100%. That's what it's about. You know? Let's see. It says, good evening, gentlemen. Hope everyone week is off to a great start. Appreciate both your willingness to share. Well, thanks, Emily. SR Exotics. Update on the pastel scaleless albino pied. She's doing good. Yeah. She has had a few sheds.
Yeah, they shed like crazy.
Yeah, and the one is a little bit stuck. So I'm sitting there like in some areas. So I'm like, oh, I don't know if I should. So
around the face, right?
Yeah, around the face.
Yeah, I seen that the other day.
Yeah, so I'm like, I don't want, so I've got to learn more, right? But we check on her almost every second day. Keep adding keeping the humidity up, and she's not on cocoa. She's on these little absorbent sheets and stuff. So Alex is looking after her and letting us know what to do, and I'm gonna have to call up some people and learn and see and try different techniques that people use and see how that comes. That's Serpworks. Your stuff sucks. Mine's the best. I can't talk to you because you like stuff I don't. Wah, wah, wah. Crazy. There is Charlie, Reagan Renee, Royal Pythons. There you go. Let's see. When's the update on the freeway clown pied? Is it tomorrow? Yeah, it's tomorrow. We recorded it today. Yeah, it is tomorrow. Yep. Yeah, it is tomorrow. Monday. So today's Mail Monday. We've already seen. We filmed that earlier today, so you'll see that tomorrow. And yeah, so pretty good. Yeah, there it is. Billy, you try that bag bomb on the scaleless when she sheds. Heard it works. I heard there's a few different things to use. I'm going to have to look into it and get it and then try and see what I like better, right? Here's Casey. Goff's Reptile Creations. She asked, how is that little ball python you hatched?
Didn't make it.
Yeah, my was it Tiny that I called it? Yeah, he didn't either. I didn't even sex it. It was so small. But yeah, unfortunately, some of them don't. But then you had a 30-gram animal that's thriving now. Yeah. Some do okay, and some just, I
think under 20 grams, it's like really iffy. Like you're trying to get nutrients into them, and it's hard.
We're cutting pinkies and trying to feed them, assist feed them little legs and parts and.
I even tried like a chicken egg yolk, putting into one of those syringes and then feeding it with the.
We've tried so many different things, and I mean,
some of them are not meant to make it.
Yeah. Would cocoa butter work for scaleless?
Not too sure.
Don't know. I mean, that's the thing. I want to reach out, and I don't know because it's new, and that's what's great is I get to experiment and try things. That other people have and see what I like and what works best for me and for the snake. So, screaming, thanks for answering my question. I value everything you guys say.
I thought it was Paul for a second.
You're welcome, Channing. Like I said, we try. Like I don't if we miss something, Austin's half asleep, so normally he's the one that picks the message.
I'm better now after the water.
Yeah.
Before I was actually I could have easily passed out.
So, yeah. I mean, we try to answer. That's what we're here for, man. I mean, trying to answer questions and motivate people, connect people, have whatever. Solar Xanos. Is the shipping still going to be in March? I haven't heard. It should be the end of March. First week or two of April. It all depends. Right now, there's a fucking snowstorm. If it's March now, I would say no. So basically what happens is they got to see how the forecast is. So I'm glad the snow and shit's coming now because I want it gone. I don't want any more because, I have several animals here that I would love to ship to you guys and, make you guys all happy and take your photos and get some more space here and stuff like that. But I always know two or 3 weeks beforehand They'll say, hey, you know what? Let's get all the information in. I know that the paperwork is in on one of my importers or exporters, and the other one, it's already been filed, I think like 3 weeks ago. So, and it only takes like 30 to 45 days, you know, to get the paperwork. So, I got 2 avenues. We'll see how it goes. What?
Paul's like Tiny. That's Chad's nickname in high school.
So, I'll let everybody know, but, you know, weather, flights, scheduling, you know, fish and wildlife, and the importer here and the exporter, the exporter here and the importer there, their schedules got to align. So it's not just, oh yeah, I want to send it. I wish it was that easy, you know. So it's definitely in the works, but I'll definitely hit you up usually a couple weeks beforehand and let you all know, like I've done before, because you've got some snakes for me, Jose, before, and you know how it works. I wish we could ship like, you know, next day or next week. You know, we got to go through the process and everything else, but you know, rules are rules. So, Nathan, what's going on? Where the fuck's your logo, dude? Come on, man. Sun time. Put your logo up, dude. Stop being lazy, man.
What's up, Nate?
Fellow Canadian. What's everyone's thoughts on Sentinel paint? I have a bunch of paint stuff. Like I got a yellow belly paint breeder that I've had for like 6 years. I only bred him 1 year. He's basically been sitting there doing nothing, just eating, you know, free living. I'm going to put him to some stuff, but I got a bunch of females now that like 4 years ago, we're looking through them like, what the fuck is this? Oh my God, this is possible paint, you know, because it was paint and super paint. So I had a yellow belly paint male. I don't know how to look for paint. So I got a bunch of females. Now I'm going to use him to breed them back, you know, 3-4 years later. So hopefully I can make some super paints, if that's what you still call them. Don't even know anymore. Sounds good. I figured the weather's bad here in California too. Yeah. And that's the thing, man. Like, I really take the word for the exporters and the shippers, the brokers, because they want to have a flawless, you know, transportation. You know, what's best for the animals. If they tell me it's not a good week, I listen to them. I don't listen to but I want it today. I'm sorry, but if they're telling me the weather's not good and it's not good to ship and we got to wait till next week, I'm going to listen to their professionalism. And there's a reason why. And that's what I do. And it has not steered me wrong. So we want these animals. And that's why I don't ship in December anymore. I used to for 5 years. And after that incident happened to me, I don't want any animal or any customer, any person, not even a customer, even, someone else, not even my customer, any person to go through what I had to do. I mean, the whole crew had to go through it. I mean, it was fucking traumatizing. So,
definitely stressful.
Yeah. And it's like, wow, man. So definitely not going to do that. Let's go up here and change the American Road and Supply ARS. Give them some love. So go back here. Got to give there. And then go here. Look at me playing with these buttons like I'm a pro. Oh Lord, Serp. Trying to read some of this stuff. What am I missing? Has anyone made the Mario paint? Yeah, he's freeloading at MC. Very good term, yes.
From my understanding, Mario's the same as Jungle Woma too.
Yeah.
Identical.
Yeah, it's called smuggling. And that is to answer Matt. Can you drive snakes into the U.S. from Canada?
You can if you have CITES.
If you have CITES on the animal.
Yeah, you have.
But watch, if you're watch this though.
You're
Here's the thing.
purchasing it. I don't think.
But if you're American and you come over, you drive it across, you have to have a Fish and Wild. You have to have CITES from the seller here in Canada. You have to have a Fish and Wildlife. What do you call it? Inspection booked, and you got to pay for that. Okay, and you got to have an import license.
It's a lot of things. That's
United
why you leave it to the
States. So
professionals.
watch the United States of America. You cannot ship anything into that country for without having an import. We just had that issue with the cocoa. We shipped the cocoa out last week.
It's held.
It was held, and like, oh well, where's their import numbers? Oh well, they got all their business numbers. Here's they need an import license. What? So all the cocoa came fucking back. We have it. They just applied. It's just a simple paperwork that they got to fill out and add that to their business. And now they can import. And what's great about it is once you get this, you can import everything forever because it's just one license. Doesn't cost you anything. It's just a file of filing it so that they know what's coming in and who's bringing it in. So that's what it is. So, and I do not suggest to
Smuggle.
ever try to not do the right thing with these animals. Trying to bring them across illegally without the proper paperwork or documentation. For me, it's $100-$200 to ship an animal. It's
not worth it.
If it was 10 grand, like I could see people smuggling. Holy fuck, 10 grand an animal. Fucking smuggle them because I want them. I get it. I mean, still not right, but I understand it a little bit better. But if you're trying to smuggle an animal to save $100 or $200, you shouldn't be fucking even owning these fucking
The
animals.
fines are a lot heavier than.
You'll know if you get caught smuggling animals, fucking you probably could. You could, but you know what? You'll never own another animal for the rest of your life. Yeah. You will never be able to own you wouldn't even be able to own a fucking dog. From what I understand, man, it's not good, man.
Okay, you should go to YouTube, go to your settings, it says edit channel, and then you see your pink N right there. Click it, and then
it'll say
add
edit.
photo.
Yeah, add photo.
Do it on your phone. It'll be a little easier for you if you have your logo on your phone.
That's it, man. We'll teach you all kinds of stuff, even how to put your logo on your end. Later, Large Marge. Have a good night at work, Paul. Thank you. I hope it's great info from us, or is it from someone else?
Hopefully not that video at the beginning.
We weren't talking to you. We were talking to someone in the chat. Oh, fuck. Sorry, man. Sorry, John. Great info, whoever gave it, whether it was us or someone else. Great show and topic, guys. Thanks. Even though we're all over the place. Oh, look who's here, man. Ray, what's going on, my man? How you doing, brother? Good night, Genetic Canvas. He's got a bail, or they got a bail. He, she, I'm not sure. But thanks for stopping in, and have a great night. No Limit. What gene do y'all think is the next gene to blow up?
I think ultramilcons are gonna blow people out, or just knock their socks off, especially with the combos I've already seen so far. Just the Enchi ultramilcon looks a lot better than some of the 3-4 gene clowns that have already been made. So adding like Orange Dream into that, Spot Nose, and a whole bunch of other stuff, like definitely gonna be killing it.
I hope Hypo gets some love, because Hypo is fucking amazing. Gets no love. I'm still making it because I love it. So I love it. Just going through the comments, guys. So what do you do if someone you partnered up with is lying about the clutch?
You killed him.
I don't know, man. Like,
Don't do it again.
so that's the thing, right? Like, I partner up with people that trust me and I trust them. You know, I'm not trying to rip them off. I mean, you know, so you got to have the right mindset. You know, what's good is when I cut them on video. So if the customer or the person that I'm in the breeding loan with can't be here, guess what I do? I cut everything on YouTube. I don't edit my YouTubes. So guess what? You see what we get. We zoom in, you know, and usually a couple days later, the snakes are still in the egg. So they come over and it's like, hey, look what we got. Hey, let's, you know, but I don't know, man. It's so much. It's so easy. But you know, with ultrasounding and with, you know, Husbandry Pro, you know, they can see what we see here in real time. As soon as we know, they know, because they get an email right from Husbandry Pro as soon as I hit submit. So if I ultrasound and it's 21 and we type in 21 submit, they automatically get an email knowing that, oh fuck, she was 14 like 4 weeks ago. Now she's 21. Amazing. And then they see it and then like, I mean, you know, but what's also good, I don't work with people that aren't going to come here. You know, I've cut eggs and said, hey, we're going to cut eggs in these. Can you make it? You know, and I know Nasty Morphs, you know, I've had Trevor and Nate and even their other son, Caleb, they've come down and we've cut the eggs, and Nate actually cut an egg and so did Caleb. You know what I mean? So, you know, we want to enjoy it together, you know, and if we can, we can. If not, I mean, I know they trust me. I trust them. I have snakes there. They have snakes here. You know, we split that big collection together and he took a chunk. You know, you got to work with people you like and you trust, you know, and still at any point, someone can still fuck you. That doesn't mean, oh, I trust them. We trust. Oh, cool. It's going to be perfect. There's always a fucking wrench thrown in. And that's the thing. Like, you know, money and greed and it's a really shitty thing. You know, so, oh, look who it is. K, G, and D, or at least one of them. Hopefully we got them both. What's going on? Thanks for popping in. Andrew, stuck at work. Got to catch about 10 minutes. Got to catch about 10 minutes. Going to have to rewatch. Yes, sir. Enjoy. Love it. Love hypo clowns, man. I got a lot of it too. I'm working on hypo clown pieds as well. Like, oh, I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Looping snoots. Hypo combos. Oh, this is hypo clowns. Sorry, hypo combos. See that? I got clown on the brain. A lot of hypo clowns coming next year. Yeah, hypo clowns. Yeah. Well, hypo clowns, hypo combos. I saw a actually it was Turcotte Serpents. He had one on the table. He had a hypo chocolate het DG or pos DG. Hypo chocolate looks pretty nice. Or is it a pastel hypo chocolate? Turcotte, are you still here? What's the animal that I saw that was pretty damn nice? Actually, it's for sale too. Might even be on his Morph market.
Check it out.
Check it out. Hopefully they're still here. But yeah, hypo chocolate, 66% DG. Could have been a pastel too. But yeah, man, hypo stuff. We've got a lot of super orange dream Enchi or super Enchi yellow belly clown pieds, we're hoping. I love hypo in my clown. I love hypo in my pieds. We even got some more hypo lavs. Yep. So later, Pierre. Good night. Well, 5 more minutes, 10 more minutes, people. That's it. Let's see. Hypo over DG. No, I still like my DG enhancer, but I mean, you know, I'm doing both. I'm going to have like hypo. Well, we got 2 gravid females right now, the split pairing or the split clutch in the collection that Nasty Morphs and myself have. We have 4 females. 2 of them are already gravid, ultramel hypos. So
Double het.
ultramel, so double het ultramel
Enhancer.
enhancer to double het ultramel enhancer. 2 out of 4 females are already gravid. So that's cool. We got hypo DG combos coming. Hopefully, if we hit. So pretty neat stuff, man. So I don't see oh, turcotte. Yeah. So it is pastel. See? Pastel chocolate hypo. Oh, it's even het. There's a nice animal. So pastel chocolate hypo, het DG, 66% het clown.
Jeez.
Yeah, and it's, I mean, if you've seen, you know, pastel chocolate hypo stuff and DG, I mean, it's nice. It's nice. And then you do like, you know, we have a pastel super chocolate, amazing. So, you know, you can do all kinds of stuff with that combo. And isn't chocolate a lilac to
Spot nose?
is it?
I believe so.
So there'd be a few things that will lead like the chocolate, maybe. Cypress. Because Cypress spot nose is a lilac. So if chocolate is.
Spider blackhead.
Yeah.
I'm
so
not 100% sure though.
yeah, but you know what I mean? Well, no. Hypo looks way better. Yes, but you remember my pastel enhancer female. You saw it compared to the pastel DG and you were fucking blown away. I have some pastel hypos. They're nice. They're not as nice as the pastel enhancer.
Yeah, the enhancer just kills.
I mean, I'll argue with that. I don't care how big and fucking tough you are. I'll fight you to the ground of that one. Even though I'll lose.
KG's huge.
And even when I'm losing, I'll still be biting your fucking ankles because I just don't quit. You'll be like, what the fuck did I start? This guy's biting my fucking ankles, motherfucker. You hit me and kick me. But I ain't gonna stop. I just have all that energy. But blackhead, yeah. That looks better. Thanks.
Look at that.
But I can see where KG's coming from because there's some, you know, like I haven't made it. Well, I have made a an enhancer freeway, but it has pastel and enchi. But I mean, I have a hypo freeway.
Insane. The purples, the
It's
oranges.
insane. It's
Some
insane.
red tones.
Here's a freeway. Here's a hypo freeway.
10 times better.
10, 20, 50 times better. It's night and day. You know, hypo pied. Awesome. I've seen ultramel pieds. They're nice. Ultramel pieds, ultramel hypopieds, even nicer. And especially, like he says, as adults. Enhancer is the hypo DG. Yeah, I say that too. It's like, you know, enhancer looks like a hypo DG. I've said it many times and you know, I'll be biting your ankles. Yeah, you know. I'm a savage, man. I don't quit. There we go. Hypo freeway is fire. Thanks, 217. I'm not going to say that, Will.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
I saw a
no.
video. Did you see that video?
I don't know. Thank
Like
God I
3
did.
people beating up one guy, and then one of them pulls the guy's pants down and goes like that.
No.
That was a
Don't-
horrible video.
I don't know why
He
you're
must have-
searching.
He must. No, this was on
I don't know
Instagram.
why you're searching the net and finding that kind of stuff.
He must have learned from Chad.
I'm definitely not going to go watch it, and it doesn't entice me to, oh, yeah, no, I can't wait. Can you show me? No, it ain't going to happen. I'll just take your word for it. It would be wicked. What, Nate? I just teasing. Bad timing, brother.
I'm sure Chad's thinking that.
No,
though.
he was probably responding to that.
Freeway paint.
I think ultramel paint would be nice. Or ultramel sentinel,
Yeah.
you know, because the purples and the colors and the alien heads, the way it is with all the flecking. So, but yeah, so it's 9 o'clock. We're gonna, you know, run another 5 minutes and say our goodbyes and stuff like that. Hope you like the show.
Where's Chad at?
Yes, Chad. I don't know. He's probably with
Basketball with his
his
son,
son. Yeah, maybe. I mean, he doesn't pop in today. Usually does, but
or he's doing some other stuff.
come on now. When I don't think I have Monsoon Xanthic.
But I am working on Monsoon Ultramopide. I have like 7 females I held back for that project.
So yeah. No. What did I decide to put to the old VPIs?
Oh, we did the enhancer G-stripe clown. To make quad
Oh, we are
heads.
doing that. Yeah.
Yeah.
We are doing that.
And the quad heads. I think the enhance Desert Ghost Clown Xanthic was insane. Enhancer will make it pop that much more.
I have enhancer, G-stripe, Xanthics from 2019, I think, and they're slow growing, but they're in my whole back rack. Growing up.
That's a crazy one. Bomb projects.
Ultramall Stranger Calico Monsoon pairing this summer.
That's gonna be insane.
I love it. Love it. And that's the thing, man. Making this stuff, and then when we actually do hit the fucking animals that we hit, it's gonna be nuts. It's gonna be nuts. But yeah, that's another thing too. We've got the triple male, the enhancer G-stripe clown with nasty morphs. You know, that was in that the collection we bought. And you know, I've got 2 enhancer G-stripe het clowns and 2 enhancer double hets that are in the breeding in the adult room. We're just waiting for them to build follicles. We've got that too. I think pastel pied. I think we put it through a pastel pied that came in the collection, and she's gravid. I'm pretty sure she's gravid or very close. So we're gonna be making like pastel and normal quad hets, enhancer, G-stripe clown pieds, and then we're gonna get it to the VPI Xanthic. What else can we put it to? We gotta put it to some stuff. Like we didn't do Ultramel. Actually, we don't need Ultramel because we got tons from there. But yeah, that's the thing too, is when we got the collection, he had an Ultramel clown, and we've got a lot of clown quad hets, clown triple hets, pastel Enchi yellow belly triple het, enhancer Ultramel clowns. I mean, it's some crazy stuff coming. We just gotta wait for it to grow up. So it's neat. Sunset monsoons. Nasty might be working on that.
I think it's gonna need like Ultramel or Desert
It
Ghost.
needs something to pop. Yeah. So I know that we have the original enhancer from 2002. So she's like 20, 21 years old. And the very first one ever started it all. She's over at Nasty Morphs, and Nate and Trevor are breeding one of the sunsets to make double hets. And I laugh because if anything's gonna make sunset better, it's gonna be enhancer.
Oh yeah.
So, but you know, I'm starting to feel it. It's sunset a bit, but you know, still needs a lot of work. But what's that?
On projects again. It's doing that Stranger Calico Monsoon males, going to a couple DG combos. Gonna be letting a lot of stuff go.
Awesome.
Of course, it's not enhancer, man. If it was enhancer, you'd be holding it all back.
So, last question we're going to answer before we say goodnight. What do you think about banana mandarin? I haven't seen it. I don't have any mandarin. I don't plan on getting any soon. I know that some of it's awesome. Isn't there a bunch of
Controversy.
controversy? I'm not really sure.
I think I don't know how it's gonna do in banana. I think it's gonna. I think there's other ways to take it.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't. It's supposed to be 50-50, or is it by gram? When you do, I don't put. I just
50-50 by weight. It's supposed to be.
50-50 by weight. If you're putting the eggs in, I use Dragon Hatch trays, so I just throw as much water as I want. So.
Oh, I seen that, Benji. Yeah, it was. It looked like a clean banana. I didn't bring no oranges in. I like the orange dream. What orange dream does in the banana, it makes those oranges pop, especially when you add like the enchi or yellow belly.
Oh, there he is, nasty. 3 locks, sunset with original enhancer.
Nice.
So double het sunset enhancers from the very, very, very original female. Wow.
Yeah, see, look, the real Mandarin banana looks great, but some look like normal bananas. Yeah.
Yeah, still don't know, man. Still don't know. I have an orange and banana het puzzle. We have a little OD that we got from Randy. OD puzzle mail. He's locked with what, 1 or 2 females?
I think we had a clutch remember it. Oh no.
No, that was from the
That was from the
pastel.
pastel desert ghost.
Yeah,
50%
because he
above.
was
He wasn't eating too well for a while.
wow. Like I actually was sending pictures back, and I'm like, I don't
Doesn't
know.
look good.
I don't know if this guy's gonna make it. You know, we're definitely not breeding him because he's not a very good eater. And
Thank God for ASFs.
yeah, so you know, and yeah, so now it's like cool. So we got him, and hopefully, you know, he breeds 1 or I think we got him to 1 or 2 females, but he's still eating, thank God. So that's a good sign. So, but yeah, that's all the time we have tonight. I know you said last question, but do you plan on renaming your gene? We will when we figure out what it is. Like it could be just another gene that we just, you know, because that's the thing. When someone finds, oh my God, I got this new gene. It's like, okay, well, prove it out. You know, we're holding a bunch of stuff back. We're going to, you know, is there a super? I don't know. What's it worth? $20K. What does it do? This, and this. So that's it. It's like, you know, and then imagine doing that and selling it. It turns out to be like fucking blade or mahogany or some fucking chocolate or like, oh man, don't I feel like a loser? You know, it's like, you know, do things right or don't do it at all, folks.
If he sends me them, I might watch them.
Jesus. Thanks, guys. Wayne and Alice. Thank you. Jamie. Hope everyone has a great night also. Thanks, Ken. Thanks, you know, Bomb for popping in. And if anyone else is still here, appreciate it. 116 people, man. So much love. We appreciate it all. And, you know, I have fun doing this again, you know. And I hope that, you know, we answer some questions and great show. Good night. You know, inspire people, answer questions, you know, we just keep it real. It's our opinions. This is what we do. And we like to tell you why we do it compared to not doing other things. There's more than one way to do things. You know, do what works for you. That's just how it is. And yeah, it's, you know, I got another live on Wednesday. I got another live on Friday, another live on Saturday.
I have one tomorrow.
Who's that?
I don't want to butcher any names. My phone's dead, so.
Okay.
I'm tired. I'm not gonna.
No butchering. No butchering.
It'll be on my story, so check that out.
Thanks for popping in, Bear, even after you know, fucking surgery. They what a fucking trooper.
I know.
Fucking has a fucking knee replacement surgery, and he still tunes into the show. Fucking love you, Bear. You're awesome.
Bionic Bear.
So I figured I wouldn't see you till, you know, Bob Vu, the episode we have on Patreon on Wednesday night with Bob Vu. access granted, but no, fucking shows up here anyways. What a trooper, you know. So thanks, Celtic Balls, Buy Wills, Hella Heat. Later, Nathan, thanks for popping in. Happy People Pythons, Northeast Morphs, Hogtown, Nasty, of course, Chad from Hyperspace, Daniel, Dakota, Benji's, Ken from LMK, Luke, Mike, Mercy Morphs, Charlie from Reagan Renee, Royal, and everyone, Polymorphs, Serpwax. Holy shit, there's so many. Tom Rockholm, bam, how you doing? Say hi to Otto for me. Hope all is well. Parkside, bam. Good night, good night, good night. We'll play the outro and see you later.
Chad EAD, wherever you are.
My channel. My channel. My content. My channel, my content. My channel, my content.
Good night, everyone.
Chad EAD.